Dr. Jill C. Manning is a licensed marriage and family therapist who specializes in research and clinical work related to pornography and its impact on marriages and families. She is a former social science fellow at the Heritage Foundation in Washington, D.C., and as a result of her research was invited to testify before a Senate subcommittee about the harms of pornography on families. She has been featured in television and radio programs and is the author of numerous academic journal articles, as well as a book entitled What's the Big Deal About Pornography? A Guide for the Internet Generation, and a CD called Let's Talk About the Elephant in the Room, How LDS Women Can Protect Families from Pornography. She currently resides in Denver, Colorado with her husband and daughter.
Good evening. It is such a treat to be here back in Utah. I flew from Denver this afternoon and was grateful to get back off the plane. The door broke, and I was literally trapped in the plane. I thought, oh, this is great. I can't do this by cell phone tonight. So I'm really glad to be out of a plane and here. I'm also deeply grateful for the Salifeline Foundation. It is nothing short of impressive what they have so honestly and authentically shared with the community. And I'm grateful for the gifts of honesty that were shared tonight already. Those really are building blocks to intimacy and health, and what a nice tone that was to begin such an important subject and discussion. Dan and I are keenly aware this evening that there are so many different needs in the room. There are crushes, infatuations, relationships that are struggling, relationships that are forming, questions and concerns, problems with addictions, or curiosities, or concerns about that area of life. And as much as Dan and I would love to be able to address all of those pieces, it's impossible for us to do that. So I'd ask for your patience with us, but I am confident that we can highlight several helpful principles and ideas and discern and define some key areas that will help us form, heal, and enrich areas of intimacy in our lives. And tonight, our focus is romantic, intimate relationships in the dating and courtship phases, because we thought that this would be represent the majority of you here tonight. As I was preparing my comments, one of my biggest concerns was that I did not in any way, you hear these introductions, and yes, I worked hard, very hard, with a lot of support from parents and friends to become educated and work in different areas. But my fear with that is that I did not want to be perceived as that I have this all figured out. I don't. I have my struggles and my learning and things that I'm growing into, just like you. It was only 4.5 years ago that I, like many of you, was living in Utah, going to school, working my tail off with studies and trying to build a life for myself, as well as trying to navigate an increasingly complex dating scene that at times brushed up against this issue called pornography. So I can relate very well to what it's like to be single and dealing with that issue and all the questions and everything that goes with it. As a relatively newly married person, one thing that I've come to appreciate more than ever is that the quest for a healthy, intimate relationship is a lifelong process of growing into our best selves and practicing and learning how to nurture another person as they grow and do their work into growing into their best selves. So, as we mention different ideas and definitions, I really would invite all of us to have a heavy dose of compassion and patience with ourselves and with those around us, because we were all in different places of this journey of developing healthy, intimate relationships.